tell you all the things that you've done.
Okay, so if you're my loopy swap partner, go away for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I was trying to do a whole themed thing for Alice in Wonderland, and I was going to knit a teapot cozy, but I worried myself into not doing that by saying, well, what size teapot does she have? You know, one kind won't fit the other, and well, I could just buy her a teapot and send it to her, but then it would get broken because she's in Australia. So I went through this whole worrisome thing, and then I was going to knit her the Alice in Wonderland mitts, the fingerless mitts, but she's allergic to mohair, and they're made out of mohair, and I couldn't find an alternate yarn that I liked enough to do it. So anyway, worried myself into just knitting her a pair of plain socks. Well, they're not plain. They're Persephone's Return. That's a Laura pattern, a Lala Knits pattern. There's no pictures on Ravelry of the sock yet. And it's made out of Wilmaza Rittersporn, which is the color that I used for Laura's Christmas socks. I had a bunch left over, so I did the
pirate socks you see me jumping in on the trampoline.
Yeah,
on our banner.
Yeah, banner. So anyway, it's kind of a flowery cuff, and then I just knit the stock, the foot plain, because I wanted to power through them. And I did. I knit them in about a 36 hours, something like that.
Yeah, like a day.
So that's done. Of course, she has a tiny foot. She's got like a US size 5 foot or something, so that helped.
That's nice, yeah.
And another finished object. I just finished it last night. None of the ends are woven in or anything.
I love that yarn.
Perfect Day Yarns. This is the Cash Pros. No, it's not. It's Sonnet Sport in Lucinda's Love Song, I think.
Yep.
Oh, that's Bamboo Haiku. I got a bunch of... There it is.
I just around, like, I was going through my stuff and I found like 7 of Sarah's tags,
Yeah.
and I was like, I knit a lot of Perfect Day yarn.
Yeah. So, and actually at the beginning, here, let me straighten these out. Because I'm neurotic, which will come as no surprise to many of you, I was trying to match up the colors, because I schemed the yarn, and then I knit one end. I knit them 2 at a time on 2 circulars, and I schemed one end, or I used the outside and the inside at the same time. So the colors were pooling similarly at the beginning, and then they changed. So now, and they don't look anything alike now. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm okay with it. I mean, they're still really nice, dense, thick. They'll be winter socks. They're not going to be something I can wear during the summer because they're really thick. But I just used a generic Wendy's toe-up generic pattern from her first book for the sizes, and I knit until I run out of yarn. Actually, I still have a little bit left over from each ball, but I got sick of knitting ribbing. I think I got to 3 inches and was like, Jesus, for the love of whatever, please, I need to be done. So that's my other finished object.
So 2 pairs of socks in a week.
2 pairs of socks in a week. And because the lighting sucked last week, I'm showing y'all my Norwegian roses again. So if you're sick of seeing them, I'm sorry.
I'm sick of seeing them.
I don't care. So there we go. I did end up liking this one a little bit better than this one. But all in all, very good pattern, very cool, very good intro to all over color work on socks. So
it's very pretty. Yay.
That's all my finished
They're awesome.
objects. So now you should show your finished objects.
Oh, that's right, I have finished objects. So everyone on Plurk who's cool was making...
And if you're not cool, just friend her and then you will be cool.
Was making fish hats. They're fish hats, dead or alive. And so I made one. Got pull all of it up.
There's no eyes on it yet, though.
I know.
You should rob a bank with that on. It would make people at least laugh.
Give me all your money. I have a fish on my head, and I know how to use it. So the things that I have to do, this is actually for my father, because he's going to the National BMW Motorcycle Rally with my mother in July. Yeah, like July 12th, 13th, something like that. And I told him that he needed a hat that people would comment on.
And would remember him for.
And remember him. So he got a fish head, and it's just, the orange is Nashua, which they're worsted, Creative Focus worsted, which is a single ply, which that's not my favorite yarn in the world to work with, so this was a good project to use it up. And then the blue and the green are Cascade 220. So I just need to sew the tail together and put on the eyes, and it's done.
Yay. So that was a good stash buster. How many skeins did you get?
I'm counting 2 towards that, because I used all of the orange and all of the blue, because the blue is a leftover bit. So I'm going to count that as 2. And then I finished a shawl.
Yay!
Out of hand spun. Double yay.
It was very warm. I used it earlier at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, we went to Cracker Barrel for brunch today. And it's just a simple shawl pattern I made up as I went along and knit on some edging at the bottom. Garter stitch edging. And it's creatively dyed Sea Cells blend was the original fiber. And it was spun to pretty dense weight. I'm going to say probably a worsted. And I knit this on size 10s, I think. Something like that. I don't know.
She's not good at keeping notes.
I'm not. I started out keeping notes on it because I was going to write down the pattern and do stuff with it. But, meh. I'm probably going to reknit it again. Out of...
How many yards did you end up using for that?
I have no idea. See?
Good
no
note
idea.
keeper.
Good note keeper.
Did you put the hand spun in Ravelry where you could go check it?
I did, but I didn't use all of it. I still have a good, like, baseball size ball left over.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, you could estimate at least.
I could. But I think I'm going to reknit it out of something that's commercially available, like, probably Malabrigo. And,
the worsted.
yeah, I have 2 of the Ravelry Red worsted right now. And, knit it up out of that and then make the pattern available. And I think that's it for me. Yep, that's all. I did not knit a whole lot this week because I had to move stuff. So
we'll get to that story later. That's a funny one. Do you have any spinning to show? You have a story to share.
I have a story of spinning fail.
Go for it.
So, I'm working on spinning 8.5 ounces of a sheep to shoe kit
from Blue Moon Fiber
Arts, and it's a sherbet colorway. And I was two-thirds of the way done, so 2 bobbins were full, and I was spinning on the 3rd bobbin and had that around halfway done, and the yarn snapped. I wasn't spinning it. I got distracted because I was spinning up at our yarn shop. At our yarn shop, our LYS.
Yeah, in our dreams.
And was spinning up there and got distracted. Someone asked me a question, and the end broke and went in, and I couldn't find it. And I spent around 2 hours there, and Hank looked at it too, and we couldn't find the end. We did all the tricks, which is like putting on your Lazy Kate and rubbing it that way, and sometimes the ends will pop up. Just made it worse. And so I was not happy, and I took it home, and my mom looked at it for around 3 hours, still could not find the ends, so we snapped a bit of it off and started unwinding it, and I lost a stack of fiber, probably a stack of spun singles, probably like if I had it in the palm of my hand, it probably heaped up to around that much. That had to be cut out, and it was all pink. Like every single bit of it that we cut out was pink or orange. And so now it's on my it's off the bobbin. We finally got it off the bobbin. This was like a 6-hour ordeal yesterday that I could have been spinning and plying and done with the whole thing.
That breaks your heart when you waste so much time.
And fiber, it just hurts me when I waste fiber, and now I'm guesstimating that I'll probably, I don't even know if I'll have enough to do a pair of socks now.
You
when
should.
I reapply.
I mean, 8 ounces is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I have really big feet though, and I don't know. We'll see. But,
you should Navajo ply that. Well, no. If you have leftovers from the other 2 bobbins,
I can Navajo ply.
You can Navajo ply that for heels and toes.
Yeah, I could. But yeah, it was very upsetting, and so now it's in a little ball to be respun on the bobbin, and then finished being spun, and then plied. So hopefully, I'll work on that tomorrow, I think. Well, I have to, the carpet people are coming back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably work on that tomorrow.